Patriots? Hope you guys are doing well. This is CJ with the Patriot Nation and the Underground Conservatives. And I am giving a podcast update on my Facebook experience recently. So right now on Facebook, we have a group called Underground Conservatives. We've been running this group for about a year now, and this group has operated fairly cleanly. It's had very little issues. At one point, we did have some threats and what have you from Facebook fake fact checkers, but we had about 10 months where everything was running really clean, really well. Very little issues with them and what have you. And just the last few days, we have had 3 restrictions placed on our group. That's 3 violations in the last 36 hours. And so it's incredible. They have, they have just turned up the heat on us. I don't know if they're attacking us or what's going on. I've petitioned Facebook groups, and what they have done is they have said, well, we can't control this. This is Facebook independent fact checkers. And we all know, I know they are not independent. There's no way they are independent because they continuously side on the area of what would be Democratic or left-wing issues. In this particular case, what's happened is anything that's COVID-related, anything that is related to voter fraud or what have you, they completely flag it, they knock it out, they send it out, they don't give room for opinion. For example, there was a post, and it was an article, Gateway Pundit, and it was featuring Bill Maher, and this guy is a left-winger, by most definitions, and he is a comedian. And so he was airing his opinion about the vaccine, saying he didn't believe the vaccine. He thought that the boosters were no good. He said even liberals don't even want to take this stuff anymore. And he was just hammering it, but he was also using humor. And so for whatever reason, Facebook fake fact checkers flagged the article when it was posted. And this article was posted by a group member of ours. And this group member, of course, posted it in basically they had in good faith. They thought it might have been legitimate. It looked legitimate to me. It was a reputable source. The Gateway Pundit is a reputable news source. It has basically been posting articles from their website for years now, and it is a little more right of center, but generally speaking, it is very reputable. They have got good sources, they're confirmed and what have you, but Facebook fake fact checkers, who they call independent, but they're really not, they flagged the article and they said that it contained dangerous, that's right, dangerous information. And what is so dangerous about letting Bill Maher, who is a liberal comedian, make jokes about taking the vaccine and excessively having to take repeated boosters? What is so dangerous about that? And it said people can be harmed by this information. No, you know what? They're wrong. People were not harmed by the sharing of Bill Maher's opinion. And that's what it was. He had an opinion, he had a few jokes about it, and he shared it. That's all it was. They need to lighten up and they need to be less restrictive. And so you need to think about that. I mean, us as individuals, we need to think about that, because if you go back through history, if you think about the groups, and this is something that Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, recently mentioned. If you go back through history and you think about the groups who have restricted free speech, those who have been on the side of censorship, if you think about them, most of the time, historically, they've been on the wrong side of the equation. They've been on the wrong side of the outcome. They have been more or less the bad guys from a historical standpoint. And so I don't understand what it is about the left that once was so open-minded, into anybody's opinions, okay, all of these different open-minded approaches. I don't know what it is that made them all of a sudden make this crazy turn to extremism. They are extremely intolerant. They are extremely judgmental. They are extremely sensitive. They are extremely punitive, trying to exact punishment on people like you and me just for having a difference of opinion. Now, for example, here's another post that was removed in the last 36 hours. And this post was a post featuring doctors discussing the effects of COVID-19 and vaccines. And one of the doctors was Dr. Malone. Dr. Malone was a former colleague of Dr. Fauci's. And Dr. Malone greatly disagrees with Dr. Fauci in the great trust that Fauci has put in the COVID-19 vaccines. Dr. Malone, last I checked, in America is allowed to have a difference of opinion from another doctor. So, this was posted in our group. I released the post, I approved the post, and what happened was they flagged our group for, again, releasing potentially dangerous material. And so, again, I asked the question, I think we should all ask it, what is so dangerous about releasing doctors having different opinions about COVID-19 or about a virus that continues to change and evolve? For example, we have different variants now. We have people who've gotten the vaccine who are getting the new COVID-19 variants. We have a number of people, for example, who have gotten the virus who now, some are saying, some looks like our credible sources are saying have greater immunity than those who have taken the vaccine. So these are things that not myself, okay, it's not originating with myself or others, right, like you or me, just everyday people. These are things that doctors, okay, studied medical professionals are legitimately disagreeing with each other on. They are allowed to have opinions, are they not? This is America still. Some in the left have gotten these little kind of Luciferian or Hitlerian complexes and think they're going to control everything. And the problem is when they do that, they, one, look intolerant, they look insecure, and they look like they can't let their stance, that is what they believe in, stand and defend itself based on facts. And when they can't do that, their credibility starts to head very south very quickly. And so that is the situation we are dealing with right now. And our Facebook group, the Underground Conservatives, again, has been targeted by these fake fact checkers. And so it's been quite irritating, but it's also been enlightening because we are now seeing that those who said that they believed in tolerance and open-mindedness weren't so tolerant after all. We see now that those people who claimed that others were judgmental, prejudiced, discriminatory were actually wrong. It is them who indeed are the prejudiced ones. It is them who are the discriminatory ones. It is them who divide people into groups and alienate people, and they say that maybe some people are born with an inferiority and others are born with a superiority, moral that is. And so it is these people who are having issues with dealing with a difference of opinion. It will be interesting to see what happens. I will continue to share and post what I can through podcasting, through Facebook posts and what have you, but we're going to have to basically walk a tightrope over the next, I think, 3 months. So we'll see what happens. You've got other platforms such as Getter that are doing well. You've got Trump's new platform coming up here. You've got Patreon, MeWe, etc. Some of these aren't the greatest. You've got, what's the other one? Oh gosh. I forget the name. Anyway, so there's a number of other ones that are coming out. Now, do they work and function as efficiently as Facebook? Probably not, but some are getting very close, and I think that Getter is getting there, right? Getter is getting there. So we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to see. Stay tuned. Stay focused. Take care, Patriots. God bless. See you next time.